Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again, looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So let's look at the question of racial profiling. Oh, it's unfairly targeting blacks. Do you really think the police should be out stopping little girls in pigtails? And do you think they stop old folks coming back from the church? Black folks? No. Yes, police stop more blacks than they do whites and more than they do with Asians. This is a fact, and it's not racist at all. Leftists look at police statistics, look at the number of police stops, and any deviation from representations in the population, and they see that as conclusive evidence of racism. It's not. This is stupid, and it hurts honest people, particularly honest, struggling people in the black inner city most of all. Young black men represent about 4% of the population. As a group, they are responsible for more than 50% of all serious violent crimes, including murder. 4% of the population, over 50% of the violent crimes. So is it any wonder that, blacks are overrepresented in police stops or arrests or incarceration? It's the crime. It's not racism. And have you also seen the many smash and grab looting sprees? Did you notice that virtually all of the participants there are black? Right? And yes, there are many decent, hard-working black people, poor but honest and hardworking. And during the BLM riots, many of those small black business owners in the inner city had their stores absolutely destroyed. So now, should we really be surprised that more black men are being stopped by the police? Should they be stopping, the equivalent numbers of Chinese kids or Jewish kids? These kids, and yes, this is a fact, kids from these communities commit far, far less crimes. Ergo, they are stopped far less frequently by the police. And by the way, the police do not arbitrarily stop young black men. They have limited resources. They rely on police intelligence, including informants, and a constellation of telling situational factors. Perhaps you didn't know that in the 1990s, police began employing intelligence-led policing. This led to the fastest, sharpest drop in violent crime in American history. That's right, you put the police where the assets are needed, and they are most needed in the black inner city. The police save innocent lives, black lives, including young black men. The war on police and the defunding of police has caused violent crime rates to surge across the United States. And the worst hit is the black inner city. Every week, dozens of young black men are killed. And every year, dozens upon dozens of little black kids are killed. The number one cause of death to a young black man is death by a young black man. Black men are killed at 100 times the rate that young white men are. And no, it is not the police or white men doing the killing here. Those deaths by police or by white men against black men are vanishingly few. You know about them because when the media picks up on one of these incidents, it recycles this over and over again. When I was researching my book, Deconstructing Social Justice, it's important, I looked at a number of these alleged brutal killings of unarmed black men. Nonsense, gross mischaracterizations. And a white man kills a black man, you know about it because it's rare. It's rare and it grabs public attention and it drives this media narrative that, black men are under attack. No. Remember those statistics about black violent crime? They're not under attack. They're not. That's vanishingly rare. And if a racist attack does happen, a white against black, it is awful. I condemn it. But black men participate a vast disproportionate amount of interracial crime, and yes, including racial hate crime against whites and against Asians. Yes, so you need to reflect on the fact that the police are not arbitrarily oppressing black men, young black men. No, no, no. You know, it may happen. The United States, on occasion, has over 330 million people. 330 million people. About a dozen unarmed black men are killed by the police a year. About a dozen. And the rates of death of young black men by young black men makes those deaths almost statistically invisible. So please, check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon. Not important because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues are important. Thank you so much for your time and attention.